What's going on, everybody? Respawn Gentleman here. So with the recent update, they added weapon crafting into Dying Light 2, and now there are 37 blueprints located around the map. And so today I'm going to show you all of those locations. So before we get into the video, I want to say a huge thanks to the community for this. I have had people reach out to me during my live stream, on all my social media, Reddit, like all sorts of different places, kind of giving me these locations. So I want to say thank you to everyone that has helped, because you guys are amazing. Just simple as that. I do want to mention that two of the blueprints are located in bundles. One is the pickaxe from the Raheem bundle, which is available right now during the Viral Rush event. And then another one is from a leaked bundle called the Gunslinger bundle. And when that one releases, you'll get the Bowie knife blueprint. So that will give you a total of 37. So first one we're going to talk about is the Signpost Axe. Now this one is automatic for you in the game. If you don't have this one, however, make sure you have your Techland GG account linked to your system, and that should get it for you if it's not already there, but it should be there right from the beginning. So for the Jigsaw blueprint, you want to go to the main terminal station in Quarry End, a big fast travel point, so you can come here really easily. And then from kind of where you come out of the stairs, you just head over here, past the craftmaster spot, all the way to the shopkeeper. So you're looking for this sign specifically, and it's just right over here on the bench. There's the Jigsaw, and now you've got the blueprint. So for the Hussar blueprint, you want to come to the St. Paul Cathedral. If you did the Cathedral main quest by siding with Juan, you'll actually come here automatically. But if you didn't, just come to this big building. Make sure you climb onto the top. See, there's those two towers there. You want to come to this tower that's kind of by itself. So climb into this here, and you'll go into this room, and then right over here back on this desk is the Hussar blueprint. So for the Thingamabob blueprint, you want to go to the bazaar, and you actually want to climb to the top of the bazaar church and come over to this kind of big part right here. So once you're over here, you can just get over here however you want, but you want to get into this window and then climb up this little bit here. And then right over here on the bed is the Thingamabob blueprint. For the Hacksaw blueprint, you want to come to the St. Joseph Hospital, which, if you don't remember, this is the one from the prologue of the game, and you want to climb to the top of this one. And once you get up to the top, you'll have this kind of safe zone right here, and right on the other side of that, on this crate, is the Hacksaw. For the Warsaw blueprint, you want to come to the PK Floating Fortress and just kind of go where you meet Jack for the first time, kind of up the stairs here. And you'll be familiar with this room because you do have to come here during a main quest, and there it is right there on the table. For the Stud blueprint, you want to come to the top of the VNC tower, which you'll gain access to after you complete the broadcast mission. So you will have to progress that far to at least gain access to this area. Once you get to the top, just climb on top of the green container and go inside, and it'll be right here on the shelf, right here. For the Hephaestus blueprint, you want to come to the Fisheye Canteen and climb all the way to the top of the building. And once you're on the top, you can see here's the Hephaestus blueprint. So for the Barbarian blueprint, you want to come to the Church of St. Thomas the Apostle. This is on St. Paul Island and is also the same location for unlocking the hoverboard challenge. So once you kind of climb to the top, you'll see this bell here. Now you want to get above it. There's different ways to get here. I just like doing this because it's just quick and easy. And then once you come inside, the blueprint will be right here on this crate. For the Beast Claw blueprint, you want to head to the Garrison Heights Bandit Camp. Now, you can do this without completing the Bandit Camp, but I would highly recommend doing that first, as it'll make it a lot easier. So once you're here, you want to climb to the top of the second building. So here's the first building, here's the second, and then there's the third right there. So the second building, and you want to make your way over here. Now, again, this will be a little bit different if you have not completed it yet, but specifically right here on this kind of fridge soda dispenser thing, it's going to be underneath this book, so you have to kind of come to this side to grab it, but there is the Beast Claw blueprint. For the Torch blueprint, you want to head to the Heron Renegade Bandit Camp down here in Lower Dam Ire, and specifically to this southwestern corner of the building. There's a windmill kind of right above it, and right below it is this Torch blueprint. So for the Bomber blueprint, this one is actually related to the Carriers Guild questline, and so if you did not talk to the Carriers Guild member in the main terminal station at the beginning of the game before getting over to the Central Loop, unfortunately the only way to gain access to this is either start a New Game Plus or join someone's game who has already done this so you can get inside. But basically where this one is located is inside the downtown metro, and you just want to head right over here to this door. And you want to go next to the zip line. Now you don't want to go up the zip lines, that takes you too high. So just jump over here. And if this is the first time you're going here, that ladder won't be down. So you'll have to climb up a different way. But once you get up into this room, you'll be able to access behind this door, and the blueprint is actually on a table in the back of the room. Again, I just don't have it on this particular save, and you will need to gain access to the Carrier's Guild. So remember that you need to talk to the NPC at the very beginning of the game when you go to the main terminal station, or else you will not be able to get the bomber without restarting the game or joining someone else's. For the chopper blueprint, you want to head over here to this building right below the old Villador Master Windmill. So it's right here in this building. You come here during a main quest if you side with the survivors. So if you didn't side with the survivors, then you will have to come back here after you finish kind of get into the central loop. But here is the blueprint right here on the shelf. So for the Bladeaxe blueprint, there's actually 2 missions you can get this from, so it's kind of depending on what choices you did, you can get it from one or the other. So the first one is a side mission. We're located right here in this specific building, the Artist Workshop, and it's going to be the mission called the Reddest Red. You can get the Bladeaxe as a reward for completing that mission. The other one is a main mission called Cathedral, and you only get that one if you decide to side with Juan whenever you're searching for the UV lights. So remember that if you did not side with Juan, then this is the only other way to get it. If you did side with Juan, then you can get it from the Cathedral mission as a reward for completing that mission. For the Gunhammer blueprint, this one actually requires you to complete the Revolution main story mission, and you only get this one if you gave the water tower to the survivors. If you gave it to the PKs, unfortunately you won't be able to get this without doing a New Game Plus or finding someone else's save who hasn't done this mission yet. So you get it as the mission reward for completing it. For the Bolted Bludgeon blueprint, you actually get this one from the Raid main story mission. There's no choices involved with this one. You just get it for completing it. So it doesn't matter what your choices are. You will get this one for this mission. For the Lumberjack blueprint, you want to head over to this Night Runner's hideout right here. It's to the west of the Garrison District. An easy way to get here is from the VNC Tower Metro. And you'll kind of see these things in the water. There's some planks and stuff to climb across. But once you do, you come right over here into the safe house. And then the blueprint is right here on the table. For the heavy duty blueprint, you actually get this one as a reward for completing the X13 mission, which is the final mission of the game. So once you beat the game, you will get that blueprint. For the Shoelace Machete, you actually get that one for completing the Now or Never main quest. So once you complete that mission towards the end of the game, you will get that as a reward. For the Ice Pit Claws blueprint, you get this one for doing the Spy Game main mission, which you only receive if you gave the VNC Tower to Juan. If you did not give it to Juan, unfortunately, you won't be able to gain this one as it requires you to complete that mission. So either start a New Game Plus to obtain this one or join someone who is on that mission or about to do that mission. That way you can get it that way. For the Verbum blueprint, you want to head to Culvert Island and specifically the northwest corner. You kind of see right here on the map. This is where you want to be. So you'll be in the water kind of right here. You can kind of see what's around me. And then right below me, it's this car. And inside the car is the blueprint. Just kind of get it from the trunk if you can get down to it. For the Tomahawk blueprint, you want to head to the military relay down here in the kind of sunken city area below Newfound Lost Lands. And once you're over here, you'll kind of go into the main building. There will be some renegades here, so you want to watch out for them. You'll kind of go under this little hole here, and then you want to go through this door next to the B, and then down this hole. Now, when you get down here, there's going to be a lot of zombies and a charger, so I went ahead and took care of them just to make it easier, but you'll go kind of the path I take, and in here there'll be a charger and a bunch of zombies. The blueprint is right over here on the table. For the Mohawk Hammer blueprint, you want to come over here to the dam, and this one you need to have at least reached the Veronica mission or past it in order to gain access, because you'll go into this building here. Here's the dam, there's the building. This is part of a main mission, so you'll come to this really easily, and it's right over here, just on this console. For the Cricket Bat blueprint, you want to head to the old Villador Master Windmill in Trinity area, and it doesn't matter if you've done this kind of before you reach the second half of the game or earlier, you just need to get over here. If you've reached the second half of the game, then it will look like this, it'll be all destroyed. If you haven't reached the second half of the game, then it won't be. So you want to come over here kind of to this main building and go down here by the water, and then in through this door here, and here is the blueprint on this crate. For the Slitter blueprint, you'll actually head over here to the bottom of Quarry End in the same tunnel where the Let's Waltz mission takes place. If you haven't done the Let's Waltz mission, you will have to progress until that point to gain access to this area. Once you're in the tunnel, here's the generator thing. What you want to do is, if you're in the mission, you can just access this normally. If you're not in the mission, you've already completed it, you can come to this first doorway and go inside here, and then there'll be another door here you can go through, which will lead you to this room. And then you just need to make your way all the way across over here And the blueprint is right here on the table for you to grab. For the Plumber's Hammer blueprint, you'll need to complete the side quest Cheers from the very beginning of the game. Now, this is found in the bazaar, specifically by talking to this guy here. If you have not done that, or you don't have access to that quest, you'll either have to do a New Game Plus, or you'll have to find someone else who's on that quest in order to get the reward. For the Engine Bludgeon blueprint, you'll need to complete the quest The Ball is in Your Court. Now, this one's also located in the bazaar from a guy named Dodger, who's going to be sitting in this chair specifically next to the bar. He'll be there at various different points, so if you've got to a point where he's no longer there, then you'll need to again play a New Game Plus or join someone else who has that quest available. For the Gravedigger blueprint, you'll actually need to go right over here to this artist workshop in the horseshoe area. Now, if you've given the water tower to the PKs, this may not be available, so you may have to do a New Game Plus or join someone else's game in order to access this. But once you're here, you'll walk inside. There'll be a guy actually standing right here. Just go through his quest. It's just answering a bunch of questions, and then as soon as you do, you'll get the Gravedigger blueprint. For the Bolted Mace blueprint, you'll need to go to the St. Paul Electrical Station on St. Paul Island. And if you've already completed it, great, just go to where the bed is. If you haven't completed it, then kind of go all the way to the end, and it'll be kind of where you finish the quest, and it's right here on this little console. For the Barcode Machete blueprint, you want to head back over to the Heron Renegade area, and you want to specifically go to the eastern side right over here. There'll be a floating container you can see right here, and this is kind of where you want to go. This is also the room where you can obtain the Mario Shoes Easter egg, so you can get that from in here. It's kind of a tribute to Kyle Crane room, and right here is the Barcode Machete. For the Holemaker blueprint, you want to actually head over to Horseshoe, specifically to the Tango Motel, which is right over here, this building, kind of behind the broken bridge. You come here during a main story quest, so this shouldn't be missable. However, if in case somehow you missed it, you can come back here. You want to climb to the top of the building, and this is where you actually fight Herman for the first time. And whenever you get up here, you can just run over here, and it's right here on this bench. For the Executioner's Axe blueprint, you want to head over to the Horseshoe Water Tower. Now, you should be able to get this one while doing this mission. However, you can always come back and do it later. This happens right after the third bomb, and I'll just kind of show you where it is. In case you weren't sure of where that is, you want to be kind of on the south side of the building. You'll get to a point where you're kind of on this extension. You'll see the quarantine zone over there, and you'll have to climb up here. Inside this room is where the final bomb is located. So you'll come in here, and then you'll just make your way up to the top like I'm doing here, and then we'll just go all the way around to this other side. Normally what you'll do is you'll go through these doors to get to the top, but if you just keep going around, you'll see it on the crate right here. For the Sawblade Axe blueprint, you want to actually head back to the garrison area, specifically to this building right here next to the VNC tower. It's this one that's kind of like slanted a little bit. You can do this from the top of the VNC tower, but I like to go from the top of this building, which is the one that has the Korek charm and left finger of Glova in it. So I like to start from this one just because it's easier. And what you want to do is just head straight for the building. Use your paraglider, and you want to go through this top window that you see over here. And once you get in here, you'll kind of go to the back of the room. This is the same building that after the Veronica mission is over with, you meet Lawan in here. I don't think you're on the same level, but you can, I do believe you can just kind of jump to the top. And it's right over here in the corner, just resting on this little table. For the hook stick blueprint, you want to actually head over to the Houndfeet Electrical Station, and you want to come specifically to this building right over here. Now, during the main mission Sniper's Alley, if you kind of go this way, after the end of that mission, you'll zip line down to this building, and you can come over here and go right over here to grab the blueprint for the hook stick, or you can just climb to the top of the building either way. And finally, we have the Reinforced Stick blueprint, which this one is actually a quest reward. However, it doesn't show up on the quest itself, so I do believe that's kind of a bug at the moment. But it's for the Into the Dark quest, where you fight Barney at the end. Now, this is only if you give the Horseshoe Water Tower to the PKs. If you gave it to the survivors, you will have to do either a New Game Plus, or you'll have to find someone who is going to give the water tower to the PKs, because it's the directly next mission, and as soon as you complete that mission, that is when you get the blueprint for the Reinforced Stick. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Dying Light content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.